Well, it's finally happened. This time it's not a meme, it's not a joke, it's for real. MetaZoo Games is officially dead. It was just announced by Mike Waddell himself that MetaZoo Games is ceasing to exist as of about 5 or 10 minutes ago. We're going to read his letter together and then we're going to talk about this a little bit. My thoughts, what the heck is going on? How did it come to this? Maybe you didn't always keep up with MetaZoo news and drama, like what actually happened? Let's read it together. It says, MetaZoo Games closure. It is with a heavy heart that I must announce that effective immediately, MetaZoo Games will be closing and shutting down all operations. I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone in the community for the incredible 4-year run that we had. MetaZoo Games was started during the pandemic and provided a home and created a culture that revitalized the TCG industry, launching a new wave of card games, and now number in the hundreds. I'm proud to have been a part of that, and you should be too. Unfortunately, the era has passed, and faced with logistical and product gridlocks, MetaZoo Games can no longer continue to exist in the current economic and collectible market. It is my hope that MetaZoo can continue as an IP at some point in the future under new ownership, and I look forward to that day. Special thanks to all MetaZoo artists and staff, both past and present, that made these past 4 years possible. The memories we created will be something to cherish the rest of our lives. More information will follow and will be communicated via our Discord channel when it becomes available. Thanks for everything once again, Michael Waddell, who is the creator and the mastermind that was MetaZoo Games. Wow. Oh my God. When I first read this, I had to do a double take because this was, it's something that we all could have seen coming, right? It's something that we all could have predicted. But I just want to take this moment to say something to Mike and Andy, Mike Waddell and Andy Morat. Uh, Screw you. Yeah, screw you guys. What's going to happen to all the people that you owe money to for playing in your tournaments? What's going to happen to the people with all the pre-orders, outstanding product that some people bought thousands of dollars worth? I have money tied up in one of your streamer kits. What's going to happen with that? Now we all got to take the time and try and charge back on something that we ordered nearly a year ago. The rug has been pulled, and it is not because of what did they say here? We can no longer continue to exist in the current economic and collectibles market. Yes, you can. There's plenty of indie TCGs that are existing in today's economic market. You're just trying to find an excuse. It's because of your dumb mismanagement of the company over the past couple years. It's because of people like Andy Morat, who you appointed to be the president of MetaZoo, when this guy had no freaking idea what he was doing the entire time. He's busy pretty much touting that he owns Lamborghinis and showing way too much favoritism to certain artists on the team that causes your entire art team to leave. What about all the fan art contests you've held from a year ago, and you still haven't even sent the artists that won those contests the cards that they deserved? There were people that were submitting artwork to their fan art contest, and their reward was they were supposed to get 100 packs so they can open the packs and pull their cards. They never even gave the artists from a year ago packs. Those artists had to buy packs and try and buy their own cards. What about the Dark Tower players that you owe $50,000 to? That's all out the window. There's been so many people here that have been screwed, and it's because of you two, your mismanagement, your lies, your just complete mishandling of the company. You should have seen this coming a while ago as you were losing local game store support, you were losing collector support, you were losing support across the board, but you still continued on with some dumb collaboration with Sanrio and Hello Kitty. You guys almost deserve you definitely deserve this, the downfall of your company. Who thought it was a good idea to put out a Hello Kitty set in MetaZoo? MetaZoo had a dark, hand-drawn, water-style color artwork to it, right? Who thought it was a good idea to go out and put out Hello Kitty cards? I don't care if it's the number 2 IP in the world. Sometimes you got to stop and think, this is Sanrio. They do collaborations with thousands of other companies. The MetaZoo audience does not give a crap about Hello Kitty. We don't. We never did. We never will. And the people pretending to give a crap about Hello Kitty were just one of the yes men that wanted to appease you to try and get a content creator medal. That's it. And I normally don't make videos like this, and I've held back on making MetaZoo drama videos for the past couple of months, but I'm pissed because me, I put a lot of money. I mean, I just got done recording a bunch of videos just the other day. I can't even upload these now. I'm like, you know what? Let's try and get a more positive mindset about MetaZoo. I cracked open some of my MetaZoo Chrome boxes that I had sitting around sealed. And I'm like, let's try and distance myself from the drama. Let's try and feel optimistic. I recorded these just a couple days ago, and I can't even release them now because MetaZoo is legit dead. It's a good thing that I collect dead card games because, MetaZoo is now dead. So I guess I guess it kind of adds to the theme of my channel, collecting dead card games, because MetaZoo has joined, uh, that side of the collectibles market. Man, I don't even know what to say. I just had to jump on here and make this video and vent and give you guys a place to vent, because I'm sure you're going to see dozens of videos popping up about this subject. And I just felt like I had to capture my raw emotion on this, because if I waited a few days to make this video, I wouldn't probably give you my true feelings. And I'm giving you my true feelings. Screw you, MetaZoo. Screw you, Mike. Screw you, Andy. Screw everybody else that had some kind of say in how these products were handled over the years. They owe So here's the little brief history. I mean, I'm trying to even remember everything that's gone on. They have owed so many people so many things for so many years. There's still product that they owe from over a year ago. They never delivered it. And instead of delivering this product, they just kept releasing more and more and more collaborations and more dumb side projects and more things that nobody wanted. And they kept just not being able to meet these goals. And people kept telling them, like, this is what you got to do. Hire this person to work for you. Hire this, hire that, fire this person to hire somebody that can handle shipment for you, fulfillment for you. Their customer service was always such garbage. And this is where we've ended up. Now, who is to blame more here? I think it is Mike Waddell. After seeing this announcement in this letter of how all of this was handled, a lot of people were like, maybe Andy's the mastermind behind all this the whole time, and Mike's just, kind of been along for the ride. No, this is all Mike. Mike could have handled this better. What it is, he didn't have the balls to fire Andy Morat, who is, he used to be essentially a member of the community. He was promoted to moderator, and then eventually he sucked his way up to becoming somehow the president of the company, despite having no previous history or experience with running a company, let alone a card game, like literally no experience. And the rumors we've heard about this guy are apparently true, because if they weren't, MetaZoo would probably still be around. And Mike didn't have the balls to fire this guy and hire a president or somebody to oversee the company that could have done a better job. Yeah, I mean, he was having I don't want to get into it, but just to educate people here what I'm talking about that don't know MetaZoo, he was having a relationship with an artist in the company that was getting preferential treatment that the other artists weren't getting, such as other artists not being invited to. The artists were on an invite-only basis. So certain artists, like the girlfriend of the president of the company, were always getting to go to events and do signings to make money, which is how the artists were making money, by doing signings at events. So it was okay to not invite mostly, like, let's not beat around the bush here, all of the male artists were not getting this preferential treatment, so they couldn't come to these conventions to do signings because the president is dating one of the artists. Okay? This is why the whole art team left. 7 artists all left in the same week. This was the downfall of the company because of people like Andy, super unprofessional, just always having that passive aggressiveness online in their Discord. He was probably the one behind all the bannings that were always happening in Discord. Just disgusting. Just overall, really, I'm just disgusted with MetaZoo. I had a glimmer of hope. You guys can watch my last video from a few months ago where I talked about, like, what is going on with MetaZoo here with these Hello Kitty boxes, all this other mismanagement. But, I still had that glimmer of hope that MetaZoo could have been something. Let's bring up this other note here that I have, though. We got this. This is from a few days ago. Somebody apparently messaged Mike on Discord, and this is the response they got from him from just a few days ago. Keep in mind, just only a few days ago. First, thanks for the kind words. Even after these years, it's still crazy to think that our Wizards of the Coast era was so community-driven. I think when the OG fans speak about the nostalgic aspect of MetaZoo, it will be the community created. Which is true. MetaZoo, I got into MetaZoo. I made this channel because of MetaZoo. I fell in love with MetaZoo and the community and everything around MetaZoo, just over a year ago. And community was a very strong part of it. A lot of amazing community members. MetaZoo will, of course, continue, but it will be different in a good way that will help it grow and reach its full potential. How that manifests in a practical and actionable way will be announced very soon. Yeah, by shutting down the whole thing. Now, what I think he's alluding to here is their hope is that it will be bought and acquired and used as an IP. So the card games are probably done. Everything's probably done. He's just hoping that somehow miraculously some company will want to buy the IP and use it for who knows what. It could just be a cartoon. It could be a web series. It could be something. We don't know. That's just all hopeful. And I'm a little skeptical about that because originally Mike was writing a book about MetaZoo, like the story of MetaZoo. He threw that out into the trash. That never came about. And instead we got the manga. The manga was very disappointing for a lot of people, very low effort. And then he was like, well, for years we were promised an animated show or cartoons or shorts or something, and instead we get the manga, and he said the manga would be used to hopefully pitch a cartoon show. Well, that never happened. And I don't think what they have in terms of the manga and the very little bit of IP development they have is going to be good enough to ever see anything come of MetaZoo as an IP. And if something does come about, I don't think it's going to be what people want or expect. Most of us are card game collectors. Most of us are fans of the original art. The original art team is done and gone. So if it comes back in any capacity, the artwork will probably be dumb digital art, possibly even with AI generation. Who knows? I think Mike at this point just wants to sell the IP, recoup whatever he can, and move along in his day. So for those of you that are going to continue to be optimistic, in terms of, oh, it could come back. MetaZoo can come back as an IP. Believe in MetaZoo. There's a future, guys. Be excited. You know, have a drink ready for the moment when MetaZoo comes back. It's coming. It's not going to be what you expect. Okay, let's be real here. It's going to be some crap. Okay, I don't believe in it. MetaZoo is done. This is going to be really interesting to see how all of the yes men that have been keeping all of their, warehouses full, and I'm not targeting anybody here, but there are a lot of people that were very defensive about MetaZoo for all this time that have tons of money in the game and products. What are they going to do? It's going to be a rush to eBay and marketplaces to sell all this stuff. The market's going to get so flooded. Booster boxes are going to crash to probably under $10 a booster box. You're still going to have those dedicated fans that collect it because they like the art, but I'm going to be honest, I'm still trying to process this news. This is crazy. We knew this day would come. I didn't expect that day to be today. I'm just venting. Here. You guys can vent along with me. Leave a comment below. I don't typically like to make these kind of videos, right? This is a TCG channel about appreciating and loving cards, just opening them and having fun. But this is the first time that I've been a part of a card game that is shut down so abruptly. I've never had the rug pulled from me on other card games. Like, I was never part of Polywog. I was never part of Maelstrom. I was never part of any of that stuff. But this is a card game that got me into card games. Like I said, this is the reason I started this channel. I loved MetaZoo. I wanted to create content I was passionate about. And it's just such a shame to see something that I put so much time and energy and money into just be so thrown away by people that just needed help. They just needed to hire the right people. They needed to take the right advice that many people were offering them for years. And they were just so arrogant and selfish that they just, they couldn't. They felt like they can do it by themselves, and obviously they couldn't. So Mike and Andy, if you are watching this, more so to Andy, yeah, thanks for nothing. You guys, Andy should have stepped down the moment that things started going awry. Mike should have had more balls to fire and hire the right people. Wow. It's going to be really interesting here on YouTube for the next couple weeks to watch all the content coming out, especially from all the doomsayers that have been saying this for a long time. Boy, they're going to have their popcorn ready. It's going to be an interesting time. Man, I still have MetaZoo product I never opened. I wish I would have sold it way sooner. Whew, man. MetaZoo Games, rest in peace. I just hope that if somebody does buy MetaZoo and we get some good news out of this, I hope that the players get paid. I hope that people like me and many others can get our refunds. And obviously our cards are probably going to become worthless for the most part. I'll try and remember the good memories with the community and all the people that I met along the way. Hopefully a lot of those people migrate into other games that we all enjoy. You know, there's a lot of stuff coming up. Nom Nom verse is probably Nom Nom is probably popping bottles of wine over this news, let me tell you. Because they are essentially like the child of MetaZoo. They Victor Larson, one of the original MetaZoo artists, is the head of Nom Nomverse. So, yeah, and I'm sure they're going to hire quite a few MetaZoo artists going forward. For me personally, I got stuff like Sorcery. Hopefully, we see a lot of MetaZoo people come over to Sorcery. Alestrals, if you're into that Pokemon stuff. Like, there's so many indie TCGs out there. The way you got to look at this is the money money, time, and effort and fun that you would have had with MetaZoo, you could just put that towards one of the other amazing card games out there. So, anyway, guys, just wanted to make this video to say screw you, Mike and Andy, and MetaZoo's dead. See you guys in the next video.